I'll take my hat off this morning. This one's from me. I'm seeing a lot of sensational things going on, and always remember what and why the media doesn't have as much trust anymore. They are always going to, especially these days, show you the worst of the worst scenario. And whether it's our law enforcement officers or our firefighters or people that are generally just trying to do their job and go home to their families, we have to understand how these media companies are trying to get ratings these days. If they just show you a general stop where they found a pedophile and that pedophile now goes to jail and gets, prosecuted properly and everything in between, will you watch it? Will you not? Tim Tebow's foundation has done a wonderful job to help educate, but also show people what's going on. But there's always going to be bad people out there and bad actors, and those bad actors generally are not rule followers either. So we have to be cognizant of what's going on every day. And for me, ever since I saw my children being born, and obviously I was there and I didn't pass out, thank God. I'm not the medical one. I married a medical person for a reason. But when you lay eyes on your child and then you put them to bed every night, you give them their last bottle, you feel them go limp and relax in your arms, you truly understand that you are their safety net in everything in between. And that's why we have to make the best choices we can as parents every day. And the reality of the situation is, as we consume media and social media and everything in between, and as a marketer that is trained in advertising and propaganda and or just transparent facts, we're seeing a lot of sensationalism. Everything is on camera. The good, the bad, the ugly, but also what we're being shown is being piecemealed to generally show you the worst. We need to be cognizant that everyone can make choices. Those choices, good or bad, can lead you down the path, and whatever path you end up on. My choices, and even me building better traction and multiple scenarios of, say, a school community, or really trying to show the public how they can have better traction in their lives from a consumer basis, from a decision basis, from just making better small choices in your life for a healthier you. And one of my wonderful family friends that I don't see as much as I would love to, but she has 5 kids and a wonderful human being and a cancer survivor now. Talking to her this weekend, you see the importance of high quality people in your life. And you want everybody to be as healthy as they can be in every choice that they make. And the lack of information out there that can help people in their daily lives. We can get caught up in the good, the bad, the ugly. We can get caught up with stories of fraud and corruption, and there's always going to be things like that out there. There's good actors, bad actors, in every case of scenario. But let me be clear as a parent. My goal is always going to be safety for my children. I'd rather look at a window sticker and fully understand that a vehicle's star rating is based on like vehicles with the same weight and mass against each other. Well, if you live in South Alabama, you start to understand that the volume of large trucks compared to little vehicles on the road, you have to make a risk assessment as a parent. In America, you start to see vehicles are getting bigger, or people are buying specific products over specific products. And the question is why? One of them is space, right? But the other is parents seeing their children and wanting to come home safely every night, and wanting to get their children home safely at night. After 6 to 8 months, I believe you can turn your infant around and have them forward facing in your car. I urge everybody, I've been looking that up for a couple weeks now, and we've made the decision to keep Trace back facing for at least 2 years. Because what I've found just in my independent research is that their upper muscles and everything else aren't ready for that. And they're not ready to be safe in an accident. And if God willing, there is an accident, I want the best case scenario for my children. So unfortunately, in where I live, if I get hit by an F-250 or an F-150 or a Ram or whatever, I want to be as safe as possible. And does that affect my consumer choices in vehicles? Does that affect my consumer choices in everyday life and how I drive? Am I offensive or defensive? Am I finding windows without other vehicles in them? Can I get on the highway and find a window without anybody in it? Life is about choices. And it's also about trials and tribulations that we all are going to face. Making the best choice for our family is always going to be critical. And the reason I opened up Better Traction in the first place was so that I didn't have to spend 90 hours a week working and driving to an entire different city every day. Monitoring risk factors, getting off the road. What was I risking driving 3 hours a day? We all have to make choices. You know, everybody jokes, my dream car right now is a G-Wagon. I love a European car just in how they're made. They're made precisely. They're over-engineered, or at least they always used to be, right? Mid-2000s Mercedes, not the best in the world. And I'm going to have a podcast about the new BMW X3. I actually think BMW lost a little bit in that car. If you buy a regular one and you are blindfolded, you would not know you're in a BMW. But watching a video of a G-Wagon crashing and the truck just at 50 miles an hour bounces off of a tree, bounced off, so it did an accordion. It just, there's still a G-Wagon right there with a pretty decent bump on the front end, but it's still okay, right? Or buying a massively old, heavily depreciated Range Rover and dealing with the issues that you are going to have, 100%. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to me? Is it worth it to your family? We have to make better choices sometimes for our family, even when we know or we don't know, or we're ignorant or not ignorant. Once you're starting to see different causality, you can make better choices. I surely don't want to be at any crime scene or at any wreck scene with my children there. And I'm not going looking for one either. I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful year this year. Thank you.